What up, guys? Today I'll be working on my 1969 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. I got some new valve covers for it, some chrome ones, an air filter, a chrome one, so stay tuned for the before and after shots. This is it right here. Alright, so before we go ahead and take off these valve covers, I guess there's a couple wirings you guys have to watch out. There is a 472 engine in here, if anybody's wondering. 472 big block. So right here we just have these hoses for the AC and all that. Maybe no, those were clear actually. Only thing you're gonna have to take off is these spark plug wires. Make sure you remember where they go. I mean, it's pretty simple. And then remove this breather, I guess, whatever. And then there's like, I would say like about 2, 4, 5, 6, like 7 or 8 screws on the valve cover itself. Let's zoom in. Kind of see them, but whatever, they're there. Like about 8 screws. 8 screws there. That's all we have to remove from this side. And then on this side we're gonna have to remove this air filter anyway, because I'm swapping it out for a chrome one. So we're gonna have to remove this screw. We'll take it right on up, but you're gonna have to unplug it from this one first. I have a new one of those too that I'm replacing. So just pop this up, and then that should free up your space you have here for the valve cover. And I don't think you have to remove the spark plug wires for this one. You should be good. Alright, so now that I got you guys on the tripod, I could work on this car. First off, make sure you got your tools, you know, in handy that you're gonna need next to you. I got my toolbox right here. Before I get to messing anything with the engine or anything, I like to take off the battery post first, you know, just in case, be safe. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, so now first thing first, we gotta remove the air filter, the old one, and then we're gonna install the new one. Or no, actually we're just gonna take it off for now, install it after, because it's gonna be in our way anyway. So like I said, remove this little bolt right here, take the cap off, place it on top, off to the side. And right here you have this little what is it, like a breather, I guess. The valve cover breather. You just have to pull and it comes right off. Pull, filters out. Put that off to the side. And now you can't see it, but let me get a little closer for you guys so you guys can see you have a lot much more room to work with. So after removing the air filter, look how much more room you have to work with to get in there. Alright, so first, like I said, I might have to remove these spark plug wires, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now so I could remove the first valve cover. One. 2. 3. And this one's gonna be a little tricky. 4. So make sure you remember how they go so you don't cross them. Mine has little dividers where it divides my spark plugs, so I don't have to worry about it, you know, I just know. 1, 2, 3, 4, they all go where they align to. I'll put this off to the side, so when I'm ready they go back in. So now you gotta remove the breather on this side that goes connected to the carburetor. I believe that should just pop right out too. Well, if it doesn't, I got a pry bar. Pry it out. It's off. Put that to the side. And now we go ahead and remove those bolts I was talking about. So I always have my tools next to me. Smaller. Right on the money. Alright, so it looks like that's it. Go in and remove the bolts. They're pretty easy to take off. I'm almost done with them. This side I don't have to remove nothing, it's just those 8 screws. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed up the process and then just show you a look after I'm done removing them. Alright, so now I finally removed all the screws. You see they're empty right there. This is the spark plugs that I had to remove down there. You see they're not connected no more. I set the wires off to the side. All I need to do now, because they've been on there for so long, I'm guessing I have to bang them a little bit with the hammer, and then that should like loosen them up, and then just pull them right out. So I'm gonna put you guys on the tripod while I do that. So now grab the hammer, just bang them a little bit, not too hard. Boom, that did the trick. That did that trick. Well, I removed that one. That's it. So this is my little setup I'm about to use. So this is the setup I'm about to use. I got the valve covers, valve cover gaskets, and then I got some adhesive spray. Alright, so I have all my stuff right here. I'm gonna start spraying it down with this tack. I'm gonna shake it up first. But what you want to do is spray. You gotta spray just the rim of your valve cover. So once you spray this, you gotta spray the valve cover gasket too, on the side that's gonna make contact with the valve cover. I don't want to get it on the inside. So I'm gonna use a piece of cardboard to cover it. Just like that. side. Then I don't want to touch the other side with the cardboard, so I'm gonna just try to do it freehand. Just don't get it inside. Just a little coat, you know, even coat everywhere, and then you should be good. Preferably, I would let it sit and dry a little bit so it could tack up, and then you go ahead and put on the gasket. I'm gonna go ahead and spray the gasket the same way. Alright, so I made sure the gasket was on the right side, so the blue goes up against the valve cover. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. This one I could just get the cardboard and then just spray it. Alright, so you got your first one done. A little bit like that. Let it tack up again, probably like a quick minute, you know. And you go ahead and repeat the same process for the second valve cover.
For me.
Alright, say hi. Alright, this is my son. He insisted of helping today. Let me see, Papa. Let's go back. So now I have done both covers, and if you could see, the hole aligns right in it. You know, you make sure all the holes align. All the holes gotta align. Boom, and just let it dry. I wouldn't put this on yet until everything dries, so you avoid having that this cork gasket moving around, you know, when you're installing it. Just let it dry for a bit.
But I saw
Alright, so since we're waiting for the valve covers to dry up, we're gonna go ahead and remove the old ones, just so I can make it easier on ourselves. So these are all ready to come out already. Easy peasy. Ow. And they look pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Get a little close up. If you know about valve covers and how that looks, please comment down below and let me know, because I am not a professional. Just swapping out these old ones with some new ones. So now, remove the other one. Same way, pretty easy. Lift up. And pull away. Again. You could tell how bad this was. I don't know, comment down below. I'm not professional again. This one looks a little better than the other one though. And here it is. I don't know if you know anything about rocker arms or whatever, but mine look pretty beat, bro. Like, they're pretty nasty, dirty. The right side's a little better though. Yeah, let's see. This one is just not it, bro. Alright, so before I install the new valve covers, I went ahead and cleaned off where the contact is going to be between the new valve covers and the engine, you know, so no debris, no nothing is in there that's causing a little minor leak or anything, just to be sure. So I already did that. I cleaned it. The valve covers already been dried, so I think they're ready to get put in. Yeah, let's move on to that process. So I'm not going to use the old screws just because they're all beat up. So I went ahead and purchased these at AutoZone. Alright, so now I'm going to get the valve cover. It's a new one. I'll go ahead and install it on the right side first. Doesn't matter what side you do. I mean, I'll just pick this one up. So let's go ahead and just gonna move some cables around, nothing major. And boom. That one is in already. Alright, that one's in already. I'm gonna go ahead and install the other one. So here goes the second valve cover. This one's a little tricky. Gotta move a little pipe back here. Nothing major. Move some cables. And we failed. Gasket came off. I'm gonna have to respray this and give it a second go. Alright, so we're gonna reattempt installing the other valve cover. And boom, it's in. Now we got to add the screws, tighten it up, and then we're done. We're going to install these clamp downs.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're done. Took me a little bit longer because I didn't know. When I was putting the new bolts that I got, I kind of like bent them so they didn't want to screw in properly. But I replaced them already. So now all I gotta do is tighten up the valve covers, and you want to do it crossway. So you do this one, then you do this, down, up, down, until you got all of them. You know, you don't want to just go through the bottom and then the top. You want to evenly spread out the pressure. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten these up, and then show you guys the after look. Alright, so the valve covers are installed already. I waited till the next day because I lost light, you know, I lost the sunlight. But what gave me a hard issue was the bolts, all of them. I guess you have to put each bolt in first. Like, you put one in first and screw it just one thread, put the other one thread, other one thread, other one thread, until you finish all of them, and then tighten all of them up. Because I tried to put one on like semi, not really tight, but I screwed it on, and then onto the next one, onto the next one. But then once you get to the last bolts, you can't even go in because the valve cover is not aligned right. So I would suggest you put the bolt just a little bit, screw one thread in or two, and then do next bolt, and then tighten all of them. But yeah, that's the chrome valve covers and a chrome air filter. Now I'm gonna go ahead and change all these old black hoses. I got some covers for those too. I'll go ahead and install those. Oh, and another reason why I waited till the next day is because the old PCV valve that came from here and connected into my carburetor, that was too old and it cracked off. So I had to go buy one, but it was too late, so I had to wait till today to go buy one. So I bought one. I'm gonna install that. And then I noticed that my cap, it didn't have the little hose to suck out the antifreeze, so I went ahead and bought that one too. I'll install that today. And there was another thing. Oh yeah, so when I removed these valve covers, I mean the old ones, to install these, I saw a lot of sludge, or like gunky oil, you know. So I mean, I'm guessing that's due to poor maintenance on whoever I bought this car off of. So I'm either gonna get some new rocker arms, springs, you know, the whole thing, or I'm just go ahead and clean that out, the sludge. I'll show you guys probably in a couple videos once I get everything together to do that little cleanup. I heard seafoam might work pretty good, I don't know, but yeah, we'll have to wait. For now, we're gonna do these hoses. So let's get to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and install these. This is what I was talking about. Look, so this, I don't know where I lost it. It's probably somewhere inside my reservoir right here. It's a pretty bad reservoir. I know it's cracked. I'm gonna buy a new one soon, little by little though. So this, I had to buy this new one at O'Reilly's. It's like $1 something. Now it goes in there and it can suck up the antifreeze. Boom. Close that off, and I gotta reconnect this to that. I'll do it in a little bit. All I did is put that in there. Guess you just push it down there. Boom, and it's in. Now I simply connect the hose that was there before for the PCV, and just push that in. It's kind of hard doing it with one hand. I didn't put the camera down, and I'll do it. Boom, straight to the back of the car. I don't think you guys can see it. Won't be able to catch. The one that goes connected from the reservoir to the radiator. It took me a little bit just because it goes tucked in right underneath it here. And what I did is cut the hose cover because it wasn't long enough, so it just cuts right there, tucks, comes through right here, and then it comes out through here. So now I'm gonna drain the radiator. There's a drain plug down here. I don't think you can see it because it's too dark, but I'll show you somewhere right here. It's right here. I feel it. And then after I drain the radiator, I'm gonna go ahead and do this hose. Originally, I think I'm gonna have to take off this AC pump. I'm gonna have to take it out for sure. And then I might go buy a thermostat housing, a chrome one, and a new thermostat. Fuck it, while I'm at it. After that, this hose, I'm sorry, this one. Oh, I'm sorry, this one that comes from the radiator. This one is connected down there somewhere with the radiator. I want to change this one to a smaller one because look, it's just so big for nothing, bro. It's literally right here. So I wanted to go from here straight down to the radiator. So I'm gonna, well, actually I could just cut that one and do a cover, and then this one for sure, the PCV, I'm gonna do a cover on it. That one's pretty easy. Yeah, put you guys on the tripod. So the plug was a little hard to get to on this side because it was so tucked in there. I just went on this side. Let me see if you guys can see it. And I removed the bottom radiator hose. Should have leaked everything out. It was kind of dirty. If you guys know what that means, I'm gonna comment. Put a new one just in case. Thermostat housing, the thermostat gasket, and the thermostat. I think in total I paid, it was like $15 for this one, like $1 for that one, and like $6 for this thermostat. I'll show you guys real quick. thermostat. Alright guys, so I'm pretty much done with everything. This radiator hose, the cover didn't fit, so I gotta get another one. I went ahead and repainted this silver so it could look nice. Hose cover to the reservoir. Hose cover to this one. If you see it, boom. This one I just covered it. It goes nothing. It went to my heater core, I think. I just didn't want it looking all nasty, so I covered it. Another one covered. Thermostat housing, I painted it chrome too. I mean silver, you know. And that's it. And I cleaned everything else off. I'm gonna turn it on for you guys. I already connected the batteries just right now, the battery, and then I dropped coolant in here. I didn't top. And there she goes. I'm done for today, guys. Stay tuned for the next video. Sheesh.